Hello everyone, I'm Lucia. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my go-to tarot and oracle card decks at the moment. So these are the ones that I reach for the most right now. And I'm going to start with my cardboard vintage tarot deck by a shop on Etsy called TarotCardsDarkForest or Dark Forest Tarot. I will be putting the name of the shop down below for this one. This is Borderless. It's cardboard, nice stock. It's a little bit dark, so just to keep that in mind if you are thinking about purchasing this deck and read the reviews. You can see photos of the cards. It is a little dark, so if you take photos or if you do video, card readings on video, if the lighting is not bright, it may be dark for the person to see, the person that you're reading for, or to take photos. But if you have enough light, it's nice. And I really love this vintage look. This I love this cardstock. It's so light on the hands, and you can see I really use it a lot. And for me, my personal experience with this deck is that it really speaks to me. I see things when I use it. It's simple and it's beautiful, but it's not like shiny, and I don't know if that's what makes it easier to read, but for me this is very readable deck, and I really have this with me most of the times, all the time if I'm doing readings, and if I'm home and I have all my decks with me, this one's with me all the time. So this is the first one I'm sharing. The next one I'm going to show you is a deck that I recently purchased, the Aquarian Tarot deck. And this is in a cardboard box. I don't have the box with me. I keep it in this pouch because I modified. I found this pouch on Amazon. It was like a set of tarot bags. And really nice quality, so I keep it in that pouch. And what I did was I modified this deck, and I have a video of that modification. It had the borders around it, but I modified it and it's not perfect, but anyway, these are the backs now. I took off the white trim. Nice cardstock, and I do love how this, I love my little imperfect Aquarian Tarot deck, but I fell in love with the artwork. I was never drawn to this deck until recently, and I finally purchased it, and I'm so glad I did because it really speaks to me, and I have this like connection with this deck. And it's a retro type of a deck. It's been around for a very long time. David Palladini, he's the artist, the creator of this deck, and he created this deck in 1970, and it is beautiful, and the faces are very pale, like the details are not very strong or dark on the faces, but it does something with the readings. You can still feel the card. You can read, for me anyway, feel what they're feeling, and there's something with the expressions, and I just love it. And I was not a big retro person when it comes to tarot decks, but I have fallen in love with this deck. I love every single card on it, and I get really nice readings with this. For me, this is a great deck for, it kind of gives me advice. It tells me what's going on. Like, I feel like it's another soul deck for me, and it's great for clarifications. And I'm really happy with it, and I love it, and I pull this very often. I really find myself taking this, pulling from this very often. And I also put this in my purse sometimes and carry it with me. And it's a great deck, and it's so beautiful. It's really becoming one of my top favorites. The next deck I'm going to show you is Tarot of Dragons, and this is a nice box that it comes in, nice big box, by Shawn MacKenzie, and it said illustrated by Firat Solhan. Not sure if I pronounced that correctly. Very pretty, beautiful, beautiful deck. And the guidebook with this deck is amazing. The cardstock's a little thinner, but it's a great cardstock. It's one of my favorites to shuffle. And the artwork is so beautiful. It is so beautiful, and it's also very talkative to me. I find that it tells a story. I find the readings with this deck to be healing, very emotional. It's a very emotional deck for me. I can see what is going on with the reading, or what's going on with the person, whether it's for myself or someone else that I'm reading for. And I see the story, I feel the emotions. And I don't know, like I think the artist and the author, the creator, they did such an incredible job with this deck. And I love it, and it's just so beautiful. It's so beautiful. The dragons are just so like full of life and gorgeous, and the colors of the flames, they look like you can feel them. They look so real. Like, look at this card, the devil. It's amazing. I love every card in this deck also, and I feel like it really speaks. It really tells a story. And people love this deck too. And if you're a dragon lover, this may be something you might want to check out. And if you have it, let me know how it is for you. One of my favorites. The next one I'm going to show you is my Thoth Tarot, and this is the green box that I got, and I just ordered another one. So I have the smaller size. This is by Aleister Crowley, printed by US Games, and Lady Frieda, she was the artist, the one who painted these cards under the guidance of Crowley. And it is beautiful. I have the smaller version, which is the blue box, and then I decided to get the larger version because I use this deck a lot, and I'm really finding myself going to this one more than my other go-to, which is this vintage style RWS deck. But I love to have them both with me at all times, if I can. So I've been really pulling this one a lot, and there is so much symbolism, and the artwork is beautiful, and the cardstock is amazing. It's amazing, and I didn't like large decks before, you know, but now working with this deck, because I thought I was gonna buy this big one just to study it, because you can see the image is bigger, and there's so much to see in these cards, and they speak. And I do have 2 books on this deck. Actually, I just ordered a 3rd one recently. I will put the names of the books below. So, because I will be studying this for the rest of my life. I love the colors. The colors speak to me. There's a lot of symbolism. There's astrology. There's a lot here. And it's different, and it's a Golden Dawn theme, and it really speaks to me also, this deck. And I just ordered another one this size because what I wanted to do with that one, and I did actually, was trim. I wanted to trim the borders off and just have the image. But I noticed that what they did now, they're printing it, it's a little different. I ordered the same box. Like, I went on Amazon and I repurchased this deck. And when I clicked on it, I noticed it said something like, you ordered a non-digital version of this deck on this date. And so I said, oh, I wonder if they changed it, and they did. So the card stock is still nice on the other one, and I may do a video on that because I modified it. It's a little bit thinner than this one, but it's still nice. It's still nice, a little bit thinner, but some of the colors on that deck are not as bright. So some of the colors on that deck they look similar, and some of the colors don't look as bright as this one does. It still look like some of the colors even look a little different. Like I think this card, the colors are different. And some of the colors, they look a little more the same, but it doesn't look as bright as this. Like I do feel like there is a difference in the colors, maybe the print, maybe the sharpness, I'm not sure. But I mean, if you didn't see this deck and you saw that one only, it would still be beautiful because it does still have a lot in the image. It still has a lot in the color with the colors, the symbols. So it might be just not as bright, or a little bit less of, like, there might be more yellow instead of more orange. There might be more gold, you know, and things like that. So there might be more blue or green instead of like a darker, I don't know, a darker blue or a purple. So that's the only thing I noticed different. But I really love this. I really like, this is probably my most go-to right now. This might be my number one right now, and the Aquarian could be the one that comes after that. But definitely reaching for it, and that's why I want all the different ones. So the next one I'm going to show you is the Santa Muerte tarot deck. I keep this also in this nice pouch. I got this on Amazon by Fabio Listrani. I love this artist. And it's printed by Lo Scarabeo, published by. Comes with a nice book too. These Lo Scarabeo decks that come in these boxes, they come with nice books. But this book comes, it's for this deck. So just to show you, there's even like advice from the dead. Like, so I use this to connect with ancestral energy. So you have like the meaning of the card and then the advice of the dead, which I really like. So I'm not sure if there was another card with this, and I don't know if I misplaced it, but this is what I have now. And this deck really blew me away. I mean, I was always drawn to it, and I had this in my cart for a long time, and then one day I finally said to myself, because I was gonna buy it for myself for my birthday one year, and then 1 year passed and I didn't, and another year, and then I said I have to get it. And I'm so glad that I did. It's so gorgeous when you see it online, but then when you get it in your hands and you hold it in your hands, it's even more beautiful. It is so gorgeous, and it speaks to me. It's very direct for me. My experience with this deck is that it's very direct, and when you put the cards together and how one card connects with the other card, the story comes alive. Like, I can't explain it. It's I feel like this deck is very different from the other ones. Some of the cards can have another perspective on the readings. I feel like this deck can be so healing, the advice from it and the way it shows you what's going on. Like this is the Two of Pentacles. To me, this almost looks like the Lover's card. But it just, the way it reads, it's amazing. I love this Five of Wands. To me, it's like you gotta, Five of Wands, you're competing. So it's like, he's gonna create a fire, so he stands out, stands out doing something different from the rest. Like that, to me, that's how I see it. I'm not sure what the book says. I have looked up the book sometimes, but I read this mostly intuitively. It's just so beautiful. I love his artwork. And I pulled this out a lot, and I do ask when I'm reading for others, if they're okay with this deck, because I'm not sure how people feel about it, you know, because it's skeletons, but for me it's like connecting with ancestral energy also, and for whoever is devoted to Santa Muerte, they might be drawn to this deck also. And I love the tens on the suits are all these beautiful butterflies or moths or whatever they are. I think they're butterflies, and it's just amazing. Like this one, it looks like these are ribs or the lungs. It's like breathing, you know, like it's just an amazing, amazing tarot deck. The next one I'm going to show you is my newest one, Tarot of the Velvet Moon by Labyrinthos, by Tina Gong from Labyrinthos. And it's in this little gorgeous box. And I've been really reaching for this one lately. It says, from the depths below to the heavens above. Really nice box. A nice little pull-out paper with some of the meanings of the cards here. These are the backs of the cards. And they come with a nice holographic gold foil on the sides. Not sure if you can see that clearly. And this is such a sweet, sweet tarot deck. It also speaks to me. It's very unique. It has mostly animals and nature. It has the colors of the elements. I love that it has the flame for the wands. And there's a lot of symbolism. So it's not crazy symbolism, but there's enough symbolism. It's not overdone, it's not underdone, it's just perfect. And it's a nice size. And it's so cute, but it talks, but it's elegant also. So it's cute, but it's also elegant. It has this nice gold ink on here that's like metallic-y kind of. It has like a shimmer or something. Like it has some skulls, so there's not like really people, but you might see, you know, something that represents people. Animals, dragons, you can see bugs, beautiful symbolism. This is the Seven of Swords, so the orange ones, they might be like, you might need some light to see the reflection or the words, the name of the card on the bottom. Beautiful cards, and I feel like the colors, you can feel the mood of the card or the energy with the colors. And I really love this deck. I've been pulling it out more than I thought. Like, I wasn't sure if it was just gonna be like a collectible, which I really don't want to just buy a deck just to collect it and have it sit on the shelf or something. I want to use it, and I have been using this. I love Labyrinthos. I have another tarot deck of theirs and 2 other oracle. I have a Lenormand deck, and I really love how Tina Gong does her, what she does, like her artwork and what she puts in. You can tell there's so much love and thought put into this deck. You can tell that I've used it a lot already, and this is a new deck for me. So, but it's good quality. So I'm rough on my cards sometimes, and I drop them, and I might hit them with my hand or whatever. Like, sometimes I could be a little bit klutzy with my cards, as much as I try to be careful with them because I love them so much. But if I use them, you can just tell that how much I love them. And so if they start to look like they are used more, it just adds character, and it just shows how much I love to use them. But I have to say, this is a nice stock, nice card stock. It's like, it almost feels like rose petally, but not sticky, and not too slippery where they slide around. So it's not slippery like plastic. It's like cardboard, but it doesn't stick. So it's nice for shuffling. I get flyers, really nice. That's the Nine of Swords. I don't know if that's clear. I just think that the way the card meanings are represented is brilliant. Six of Wands, beautiful. So this is one I've been really drawn to pulling a lot. Like, I think it's unique, and I love this, and I think I'll be using this for forever. I'm very happy with let's see, I think I got all my tarot, and I'm going to show you my go-to oracle card decks. Sacred Destiny Oracle by Denise, Linn, and this is always with me. There are others, but I really tried to pick the ones that I've been really drawn to the most. And if I feel like I left out too many, then I may do a number 2 video. But these are the beautiful backs. This is nice cardboard stock. I love these decks. I love all of her decks. This one is so, for me, so powerful. It can be used so many ways for me, my own experience with this. The artwork is gorgeous, and they speak to me, these cards. I also see things in the pictures, or I get things as like scrying in the photos. And sometimes I look at a card, and it's almost like I get a download of what's going on, or I see something, I feel something, and there's something magical about her cards, I find, Denise Linn. But this deck, it doesn't get old, it doesn't get, it's such a powerful tool, I feel. This one specifically is probably my most used Denise Linn tarot deck. I have a couple of other decks from her, but this one's with me all the time when I do readings with multiple card decks. I really love it, and I use it on all different ways. I can use it as what is your connection with someone, or what is the lesson trying to teach you, or I could just pull 3 cards and see what's going on with somebody at the moment. Really nice. Look at how beautiful this card is, and you can feel this card. Like, that's how I feel about this deck. So that's still one of my top ones. And this one, Ciro Marchetti's Gilded Reverie, Lenormand. I love this, him also, and I love his tarot decks. If I could, I would have all of his tarot decks. Maybe one day. So I do have his Gilded Tarot. I'm not sure if I don't know if it's Gilded. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I do have a tarot deck, and I have another oracle card deck of his, which I love. Look at how beautiful this Lenormand deck is. And it does have if you want to know the cards, the regular, I don't know what they call, like playing card symbols for these. For the Lenormand, it is here. I don't really use that. I should, this way I get familiar with them. I mean, it doesn't hurt to have more knowledge, right? But look at how beautiful. And I find Ciro Marchetti does something in his artwork. There's more like, it feels like more of a picture, but it's also intuitive, however he does, whatever he does. I do get my experience with this deck, intuitive hits with this, like, I feel like this one is very talkative to me. I believe this deck comes with extra cards, so you can switch like I think the birds. I think there's another one, and I think it has like another man and woman also. So you can do, you can have different options with that, which is pretty cool. And it's just gorgeous. Look at this card. There's a couple of extra cards in this deck, which I like, because they said it's called the expanded version, or expanded edition. That's what I should say. And it's gorgeous. It speaks to me. It's beautiful. And this is always with me also. I use this a lot for relationship readings and finding out what's going on in a situation. It could even be a work situation, the energy of a situation or a decision even. Sometimes I use for clarification, or I pull past, present, future, or to see a story, how it starts and what's going, like continuing with that. And I think I have one more. The Healing Waters Oracle by Rebecca Campbell, and the artwork is by Katie-Louise. 44 cards. I find this one to be very healing. I love the box is so nice. It has a nice book. The Healing Waters. I'm drawn to water. Water is so healing for me. So I had to have this deck. I have her other ones. I'm trying to think of the name. Something about the light, the work of light or something like that. No, I'm saying it wrong, I know. But I have that deck. I haven't used it lately that much. And I have the other one, the Starseeds Oracle. I'm not sure if it's Work Your Light Oracle and the Starseed Oracle. Look at this, the back, so pretty. And the card stock is nice. It's just like her other card stocks, but the colors are all like watercolors. It's like all the blues and the greens, and it's just so pretty. And I love the messages on the cards. I love the card names. I love the images. And I find this to be so soothing. Birth mysteries. What are you being called to create? The Pearl, Alchemy, the reward at the end, from grit to grace. And it's just very beautiful and soothing. The images, like you can get lost in the image. And I find that these are a nice way to end the reading or just pull a card for the day. Sometimes you get more than one card, and I could put them on my little card stand even for myself. And it just gives me that little thing to beautiful inspiration, or the healing words that I need to hear that day, or just something to think about, or something to work on, reminders. Positive, uplifting, it lifts my vibration, it's healing, it's soothing. Everything that water does, I feel this deck does for me. It's beautiful. So I do reach for this. I have this with me, and I do reach for this when I want a little healing message, or when I want to end a reading with a little something else, like, what does this person need to hear right now? And you can even use it for what is going on and things like that. So it's beautiful, it's soothing, it's peaceful. So I find it so healing, and it's just a feel-good deck. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please subscribe, like, comment if you want to share something with me. What are your favorites, or if you have any favorites here, tell me your experiences. So thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.